It's no secret that tiny houses are becoming bigger and bigger. And with that progression, we're also seeing brilliant new spatial design concepts that help to elevate these homes to another level. And that's exactly the case with this next brilliant and big tiny house. Hi Cindy, how are you?
Hey Bryce, lovely to meet you.
It's lovely to meet you. G'day Kraig, how you doing mate?
Good, thanks bud.
It is really great to be here, and this is an amazing tiny house you've built.
Thank you, we love it.
And I say tiny house, but it is a bit of a Leviathan, isn't it? This is huge.
Yeah, Gracelands. So it's our little piece of Memphis.
What size is it actually?
We're 12 by 3 down the bottom, and upstairs is 5 by 3 with a mezzanine.
What a great size. And what was it that made you choose to build a tiny house?
We helped our daughter out a little bit at one stage, and we were sleeping in a sleep out. And after about 6 months in the sleep out, we thought, actually, we can do this. We quite enjoy this. And that was sort of like the light bulb, wasn't it?
Yeah,
for us?
realising we don't need massive space.
Kids had left home.
You know?
We didn't need 3 tables and a massive stereo because the kids weren't there anymore. So we downsized big time, got rid of everything and started again, yeah.
And we like to travel, so you don't want to be tied to a massive place. It's a lot of maintenance and money down the drain, basically. That's kind of more the inspiration.
Vacuuming only takes 1 minute
It's very quick to clean. We love that. Even he does the vacuuming now because it's so quick.
All the benefits.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it. And I love the style of this place. It looks really unusual.
We wanted lots of light in our living space, didn't we?
Yeah, and we didn't want to go with a conventional box. That was really important to us. Like, we wanted to have a bit of shape to it, and we spoke to the builders and drew a little sketch, and he went, done, we can do that. So that's what we got.
It certainly does go a long way to making it look quite dramatic here in the landscape, doesn't it?
Yeah, you take a few steps back and you look at it, it does make a statement. It's like, wow, you know, people who come for the first time go, this isn't a tiny home. Technically it is.
It is movable.
It just looks
But
big.
it's just, yeah, like a friend of ours, they live in an apartment in the city, and they came and sat down in here and said, this is bigger than our area at home. And you know, a full apartment, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
And like, we've got the flashing along, so eventually we want to put a deck on, which is the length of the house and 3 metres wide, so all the lighting's in for it already. You
know, we'll be able to bring out our big furniture that we've got, because we have a big family.
Right.
When we have a get together, there's a lot of us, yeah, and grandchildren now, so we need a big space.
Absolutely. So great to be able to design for that and add that in the future for sure.
Yeah.
And I really like the colour combinations and the sort of striking black look, the corten. It's just such a nice mix on the exterior.
Well, we just wanted to kind of not be a blot on the landscape, just kind of blend in with the natures.
Nice. And what a beautiful spot that you're blending into as well. Gorgeous rural views, and you've got your lovely veggie patch and everything going here.
Yep, often we have the cows looking in our kitchen window. We've got horses around us.
Waking up to the birds is lovely.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah, we love being able to just go outside and pick our herbs, pick some green every morning for a smoothie that's just come straight out of the ground. It's a little bit rough at the moment from this terrible weather we've had, but
yeah,
it's still ours and it's natural, and it's, yeah, we know where it's come from.
Absolutely, and it's always just a nice feeling to have a few veggies fresh from the garden, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Can't beat that. And it's awesome that you've even got another tiny house as a neighbour.
Yeah, young family. It's become our own little community. Like, they pop over, the kids see us and they wave, and you hear them at 6 o'clock in the morning running upstairs, you know. So it's, yeah, it's nice. They on the same wavelength as us. We're having a garden, being off grid.
Share some veggies with each other.
Yeah.
They grow something different from us, we swap around.
And I think that's one of the things that I really love about the tiny house movement, is it has created these opportunities to form these little micro communities.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Like, we're tight with them. You know, they're the best neighbours we've ever had.
And I see you're off the grid in this home as well. What an impressive solar system you've got.
Yep, 100% off the grid. We were going to put it on the roof, and then we decided not to, so we put it in the ground, and it's just been brilliant. We're on bore water from a natural spring, which is just delicious, and composting toilet.
Can't beat that.
Nope.
And the way that you've mounted the solar panels is especially nice as well, because having them ground level, just so much easier for maintenance, and it sort of gives you that freedom to position them exactly as you want them to capture the most sun.
Yeah, well, people ask, where's your solar? I'm going, you're looking at it, I think the palings throw them off a bit. It's about the limit of my handiwork.
It's a very tidy way of doing it, for sure.
Yeah, we're happy with it.
And you've created an extension with a bit of a mudroom over the other side?
Yeah, just important coming in and out in the rain. You know, it's drizzling today, so that's made such a difference to us, being able to now put our shoes there and coats there instead of having them out in the storage shed. We can actually put our shoes on and leave the house instead of having to.
Yeah, thanks to our little builder son who came and put that in for us while both boys helped each other and put that in over a weekend.
Having additions like that can just go so far to making the space so much more comfortable.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, this place is just stunning from the exterior, and I cannot wait to see what you've done on the inside. Can we check it out?
Let's
We'd
go.
love to show you.
Thank you very much. Oh, wow. Walking into this home, it just has this feeling of expanse, doesn't it?
It does. We needed to have that feeling. Well, this is our living and dining area, so we needed it to be open and light and spacious, and I feel that's been achieved here.
Absolutely, especially walking into this part of the home where it moves towards the apex of the roof and you've got the architectural windows that have that expansive view to the outdoors. Everything just sort of opens out in front of you, doesn't it?
Yeah, we love that. And we love being able to see green everywhere we look at all our windows.
And it's a very cool looking couch. Can you talk to me about this?
So this works in many ways. We turn it into a bed so you can sleep, well, three. We've had three on there, haven't we, with our baby grandson.
Great.
And this end here we lift up and it's a storage. So linen and everything can pop in there.
And you like to entertain and you've got quite a large family, so having a good space to accommodate all of that was really important for you, wasn't it?
Yes, it is. We have a big family and we have dogs as well. So
Right.
when we come together, everyone comes together, and we've made it work so far, which is really cool.
Absolutely. And really nice how you've got the television recessed into the wall like that.
My idea, the only idea I had. We just wanted it to look like a picture frame, keep everything level and flat, you know, nothing sticking out.
And good that you at least had a little bit of input into the interior design. It's one claim to fame that you have right there on the wall, pride of place.
I'll take it.
And this kitchen space is very impressive.
Yeah, it was important to me to have a decent kitchen. I didn't want to miss out on anything, any of the mod cons. So we've got the dishwasher, the stove, you know, full-size fridge, plenty of storage, like heaps of storage. It works well. The only thing I don't like is the wife's addition there, but other than that, it works well. We love it. You know, I've baked bread here, I've done full, you know, big dinners, and we've got everything we need.
Yeah, and it's not minimalist in its aesthetic necessarily, but it does look like it adds a tremendous amount of functionality to that space.
It does. Really works. You don't have to pull anything out. Everything's just there. And yeah, I don't like having to open and close things all the time. It's just already there and works well. Put it away and get him to do the dishes occasionally. We have a drawer, and he's learning how to use the drawer. Do you know how to use it yet?
Yep.
The old dish drawer. I'm just fueling a feud here, aren't I?
No, it's all good.
Yeah. The way it works usually is he cooks and I clean. He's a messy cook. So
Right.
it's good that we have plenty of space.
And great that you do have that space though, and I think looking at this kitchen, it is one of the things that immediately stands out to me, is that it looks very practical, very functional, all while having a lot of style and beauty to the space as well.
Yeah, well, like, we've had 4 people in here, all doing little bits and pieces, and there's plenty of room. No one's banging into anyone. It works.
And the bench top that you've chosen is just exquisite as well. I love the way that you've just got these beautiful flecks that pick up the light, and it just makes the whole place look quite magical actually.
And it's great for not showing the dirt, having those flecks.
Another advantage.
Because with this guy who's a really good baker, he throws his flour around and it shows up a lot on the black. You don't have to clean as much as you'd think.
And one of the things that I really like about this space is the way that you've created the walkway. You've got access to the loft, to the bathroom, and to your bedroom with this really tidy walkway.
Yes, it's a little corridor that we managed to sneak in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Bit of a luxury in a tiny house, isn't it, having a
Absolutely.
corridor?
Yeah.
Well, should we go have a look at the bathroom?
Yeah, let's go have a look.
Let's go have a look. Oh, this is a very tidy space, isn't it?
We've got everything we need in here. We've got the decent sized shower. We've got the composting toilet, a little bit of storage. Managed to get our laundry in here. This is under the stairs basically. So yeah, got the washing basket fitting in, a little bit more storage here.
And one of the things that I really like that you've done in here is you've got the door.
Yeah, it was important to have a second entrance for us. Go out to hang the washing out, you know, you don't want to go through the front door. And we were future-proofing. Like, we thought, actually, if we ever wanted to put another pod on, we could make this the walkway to the pod, so that's why we did it.
And this is just a great sized room as well. I think you've fit everything in here really well. Nice vanity, good amount of storage, just everything you need.
Yeah, and I liked what Cindy did with this. We just lifted it up, so straight away we had storage underneath and storage on top, because it was designed to sit on the ground, but by lifting it up, we managed to get a bit more space to...
Always looking for a bit more storage.
Yep, you can never build too much storage into a house. That's
true.
a good point. Yeah, very cool. And then next door we've got your bedroom. Can we take a look at that?
For sure.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Hey, this is really nice. And one of the things that I love about this design is that you have managed to incorporate a downstairs bedroom, because it does just make life so much easier when you've got such easy access to the bedroom, eh?
Yeah, we did this for a couple of reasons. One was to future-proof it for ourselves. We didn't want to be walking downstairs when we're a little bit older, so this was safe. And when we were designing it, we had a bakery, and I didn't want to be walking downstairs at 2 in the morning, half asleep, and then
Miss a step
and going for a tumble.
Yeah.
So we're stoked that we've actually got a downstairs bedroom. It's been awesome.
Yeah. Great that this room also is going to open up out onto your deck as well. That's some really nice design there.
Yep.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
And again, lots of windows in here, lots of connection to the outdoors.
The windows have been fantastic, because in the summertime it gets really hot, and we've just been opening up the windows and we're just getting this lovely breeze going right through the house. So we've never had to use the heat pump to actually cool the place down. It just open up the doors and the windows, and everything that opens we've got fly screens on, and
Leave it open at
it's
night.
very comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really nice that you've got a wardrobe in here as well.
Yep, had to have a little wardrobe. It's tiny, but it's cool. It's really important, I think.
Nice.
That's her wardrobe, Bryce.
You're not allowed a single thing in there.
No.
So where are you hiding all your clothes?
The stairs.
The stairs. Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
great. I see you've got the cabin out there as well. What's the story with that?
Storage, solar power, batteries and everything's out there, and then equipment from the personal training days, like weights are out there, equipment from the bakery days out there, and clothes racks for us, so all our hanging clothes are out there, and just general.
Right.
So that's 3x6, and that's been absolutely brilliant for us.
So important to have a good clothing room, I think, you know.
Right.
It's important for us girls.
You've got to make sure your needs are met. Well, I am very excited to see the sleeping loft upstairs as well. Can we take a look at that?
Sure, let's
All
go.
right, thank you. Oh, wow, this is huge. This is probably the biggest loft that I've ever seen in a tiny house.
And this is our whatever we want it to be room. It's a yoga, meditation, prayer. Yeah, we've got a bit of storage up here too, as you can see. But the plan is to use it as another bedroom if we want to. In the winter months when it's colder, the kids come up here and be on their devices.
Yeah.
And we'll be downstairs being civilised, talking to each other.
The old-fashioned stuff.
Yeah.
The old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Having a room like this just adds so much versatility to the space though, doesn't it? Because as you see, you've got grandkids, so this is a cool place for them to come up and hang out, and it's given you lots of storage, but ultimately what it's done is it's just provided you with more livable space.
Yep, but when the guests come over, they actually have their own space. And the view actually from the balcony over into the kitchen dining room is epic. It's
Nice.
really neat, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. So how long have you been living in the home now?
Coming up 6 months now.
And how are you finding tiny house life?
We fall more and more in love with it, don't we?
Yep, don't think we could ever go back to a house.
Yeah. And what would you say your favourite aspect of tiny house living is?
We don't have to worry about the power bills anymore. You know, that's just not on the list of worries anymore. Also water, and just feeling good about being sort of greener, making a difference.
That was an experiment because we've never done that. You know, we've always been reliant on power, you know, from the power company, and there's been a few power cuts out here and we've been glowing bright. We're always excited about coming home. You know, you open that door and it's like, we're here. And we walk in and it feels comfortable, it feels cozy, but not claustrophobic.
But we don't have neighbours everywhere. You're looking around into green, basically, and that's a really good feeling. We never want to go back into the city.
No.
Once we get home, we don't want to go out. We love being home.
We have our own little cliche, you know, slice of paradise. It feels like that. We feel really lucky.
So what do you think the future holds for you both now?
There's not as much stress, actually, you know, being here. Like, to be honest, COVID affected us quite severely, you know, and this is another reason why I suppose we're in this, you know. So stress levels have dropped so much. It's nice to come home. It feels cozy. It feels like home. And it's not small. It doesn't feel small because of the big high ceilings. I mean, this is the smallest room in the house, really. But even just sitting here like this, it's like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah. And when you say COVID affected you quite severely, you mean in terms of your business?
Yeah, we pretty much had to shut the business down as a result of COVID. So it was like starting again.
Yeah.
And it was a good start, actually. And it was just that whole living in the sleep out for 6 months when actually we can do this.
Yeah.
This is like luxury compared to the sleep out.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's such a good point that you raise as well, because for me, I think one of the things that especially today tiny houses really encapsulate beautifully is this idea of resilience. When you are in a smaller space with lower overheads, as you say, you don't get power bills, you don't get water bills anymore, you're in a manageable home, and just having that financial resilience to weather storms is so important, isn't it?
Yep. It's been a change for us, hasn't it? A complete change around.
Yeah.
And can we talk about the cost that was involved in building this home?
200.
200. That is a great result. For a house this size, $200,000 is a remarkable budget.
Yeah.
Well, what you've created here in this home is just so special. It's a big, tiny house and you've added a tremendous amount of function into it. But most importantly, this is just a place that feels really good. Thank you so much for sharing it with me.
Absolute pleasure.
Thanks, Bryce.
Awesome to be here.
Awesome to have you.
Cindy and Kraig have created the most amazing home for themselves here. And one of the things that I absolutely love about this tiny house is that it completely breaks the mold. It is a place that they have designed through and through to work for them, and that is evident throughout the entire space. Being a little bit larger as well, I think that this is a home which could definitely help to convince anyone that's still a little bit resistant to the idea of living in a tiny house. Ultimately, they have just done such a brilliant job with this house.